My name's Rubik Yerizarian. I'm in Houston, Texas. I have my own forensic and data consulting practice called Flat Fee Consulting. So on the forensic side, I mainly help small to mid-sized business owners who think someone's stealing from their business. Then on the data consulting side, I mainly help other accounting firms by offering Excel-based CPE courses for continuing education and Excel-based dashboards. I do consider myself an accountant, definitely don't consider myself one of the more traditional accountants. I have worked at all different sizes of accounting firms. I started in Big Four, then I went to a small boutique firm, then after that I was at a mid-market firm. Eventually I decided, you know what, let me do this on my own. Starting in Big Four was essential for me because back when I was in college, Big Four were the only firms that offered forensic accounting, really. I knew that was my ticket in. If I wanted to start my career in forensic accounting, I had to go target Big Four firms with forensic practices. My sophomore year, I remember I was in my accounting information systems class and two forensic accountants from KPMG came and spoke to my class and I immediately was hooked. And I was like, okay, I got to figure out how to get in forensic. And essentially I kept harassing a lot of people from KPMG, or you could call it networking, and kind of corralled my way into an internship. They weren't really recruiting for forensic only, but what the recruiter ended up saying was, look, you've met a lot of people at KPMG, a lot of people like you, apply for an audit internship and we'll try to get you a forensic rotation. I did 5 weeks of audit work, 2 weeks of forensic. I hated the audit work. I enjoyed the forensic work and they gave me an offer and the rest is history. I don't know if I'd be an accountant today if I didn't get into forensic coming out of college. I always try to teach down to other staff that I work with. There's always a better way to do things and you're not going to know it all when you come out of college. You're going to keep building on those initial building blocks and eventually you're going to be a lot better than where you were when you started your career. On average now, I'd say I typically work about 25, 30 hours a week on the forensic and data side, which is nice because that frees up more time for me to work on some of my other ventures, like some of my creative outlets. I started making accounting themed greeting cards back in 2018, 2019. And I thought I can make an accounting themed greeting card. Let me make an accounting themed holiday card. Christmas was around the corner. So I designed it, printed out 20 copies and said, let me see if I can sell these. And if I can, then I'll try to, expand this. I sold out of my 20 copies and kind of motivated there and said, you know what? Let me figure out how to turn this into a business. So I started my own Etsy shop and eventually my own website. So it started as just greeting cards, but then I also wrote an accounting children's book. That kind of started when I had my first son in 2017 and I was reading a lot of children's books and said, I think I can write one of these. They're really short. Some of them are 10 to 20 pages tops. In 2020, I published my first book. Between the cards and the books, I created a company called RuBook Creative. RuBook. I call it creative accounting in a non-fraudulent way. There's a lot of soft skills that are crucial in accounting that a lot of people may not think about, but how you communicate your abilities and how you communicate the solution to the problem you're solving is just as important as the actual work you're doing. I wouldn't say my superpower is being good at Excel or with spreadsheets or with data. None of that matters if the client doesn't hire you and believe that you're going to help them through that really tough time they're facing. So having the ability to instill that confidence in clients that their problem is going to get solved, that's the biggest thing you can do. My name is Rubik Yerizarian, and I'm an agent of transformation.